A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark, chapter 10, verses 17 to 27. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. As he went out into the street, a man came running up, greeting him with great reverence, and asked, "Good teacher, what must I do to get eternal life?" Jesus said, "Why are you calling me good? No one is good, only God. You know the commandments. Don't murder, don't commit adultery, don't steal, don't lie, don't cheat, honor your father and mother." He said, "Teacher, I have from my youth kept them all." Jesus looked him hard in the eye and loved him. He said, "There's one thing left. Go sell whatever you own and give it to the poor. All your wealth will then be heavenly wealth. And come, follow me." The man's face clouded over. This was the last thing he expected to hear, and he walked off with a heavy heart. He was holding on tight to a lot of things and not about to let go. Looking at his disciples, Jesus said, "Do you have any idea how difficult it is for people who have it all to enter God's kingdom?" The disciples couldn't believe what they were hearing, but Jesus kept on. "You can't imagine how difficult. I'd say it's easier for a camel to go through a needle's eye than for the rich to get into God's kingdom." That got their attention. "Then who has any chance at all?" they asked. Jesus was blunt. "No chance at all if you think you can pull it off by yourself. Every chance in the world if you let God do it." The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. I am Father Jose, and this is Coffee with God. Let us now listen to a short reflection on the Holy Gospel according to St. Mark, chapter 10, verses 17 to 27. Identify the real treasure. Today's Gospel portrays one of the rare occasions when a person declined Jesus' invitation. The young man who refused Jesus' invitation was a devout and virtuous individual, but his riches were a significant hindrance. His wealth became a barrier between him and the invitation to follow Christ. However, we are aware that there is no obstacle that God cannot help us to overcome, provided we want God's help. The first letter of St. Peter is a source of encouragement for all the faithful, reminding them that trials are part of life. However, through these trials, faith can become stronger. The underlying message is that we have received a new birth in baptism, which comes with hope that never fades away. This hope leads us to inherit eternal life in heaven, which is reserved for us. We may wonder why the young man in the Gospel declined an invitation from Christ himself. However, his choice is a reminder that sometimes our vision can become obscured, leading us to refuse to let go of material possessions that burden our lives. This can impair our freedom. Therefore, it is important to take an honest inventory of our attitudes and desires. We should ask ourselves, why do I really need to provide for myself and my family? While material goods are not inherently evil, having an excess of them can end up burdening us. Where our treasure is, there is also our heart. Francis of Assisi was able to attain freedom when he returned all his clothes, including the ones he was wearing, to his father while standing before the Bishop of Assisi. God has given his people the inheritance of the nations, which is our unparalleled birthright.